Big snow. Unbelievable. And I think Consuela is probably responsible for it. She had music in her soul. She had her mischief too. And she'd get a kick out of it. I've known and loved her daughter for many years. Mom Moorhead. The beauty in her. And she's done me many favors over the years. But the greatest favor was introducing me to her mother. And we met one day some years ago and just hit it off. I mean, we were kindred spirits, we were the same age, both born in these raised and starkly segregated southern communities. She just south of Dallas County, Alabama, Snow Hill, and me in Dallas County over in Texas. And we had so much feeling together that good many times after that, I learned a lot from her. The German philosopher, Friedrich Nietzsche, with an E, wrote that life without music would be a mistake. Yes. That's a philosophy for you, you know. It can't be life without music, can it? I mean, I think life is as much innocence music, life and music is as much innocent as any other aspect of our life. You got somebody all alone that had no external contact with society, I think. They'd be gyrating after a while all by themselves, you know, in the gene, you might say. Get back to science. And more than anybody I've known at a human level, Consuela understood that. When she went to Fisk, all the kids were into jazz, into soul music, into folk music, into music that was in harmony with their own lives. And all the teachers were ambitious for the kids. They wanted to make an impact on the country and on life in the future. And to them, that was classical music. Because that's where rich people were, and that's what they wanted to hold. And they wanted to learn classical music, and the kids wanted to do what comes naturally to them. But in the classroom, they got the classical music, and the halls and the playgrounds and home, they got what was the music that the Lord put in them. I've often wondered whether if Consuela had been forced or restrained to a classical music education and gone on to be Secretary of State, which she easily could have when she had all the equipment to be that or president or anything else, she would have gone along with the slaughter of darker skinned people in Baghdad and critical civilization, places like that. You know what? I don't believe with her musical training, if you become her musical love, if you become Secretary of State, she could put up with it for a minute. Because she was closer to the heart beat of people. It's hard to imagine, really. I think acting good, close to many. The courage it took, I don't think she ever even thought about it, frankly. The courage it took for her to go back to Spring Hill. Let me tell you, I was big on integration. I always had that. But I've been in charge because I had a southern accent. I was the youngest guy in the Department of Justice. The assistant attorney general, Bob Kennedy, sent me down for Meredith. I spent a week rooming with her, first week on the campus at Ole Miss. He got the crazy idea he wanted to go bowling. He wanted to go to Jackson and go bowling. He began to insist on it. Said, man, we had the 101st Airborne there. We had more soldiers in Oxford, Mississippi than the population of the University of Florida combined. There were 10,000. Poor agriculture department wiped out. Army or Air Force tanks all over. Their ability to get a 101st Airborne. Tough outfit. But it'd take an army division to get you in and out of Jackson, Mississippi, so you can go. Can't be done. But I went over there to scout it out anyway. That Sunday I went into a black church and oh boy, they were singing their hearts out. I sang. They got in and the elderly black woman turned to me and said, "You white folks just don't know how to sing." We do our best. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. We didn't ever get married over. We finally compromised on Memphis. You literally had people on the bowl or just, I'm a man, I want to bowl. I had to pick them up. But then the next year, I was in charge of first integration in all the towns of the South, except Virginia. There weren't 5. Started out in Mobile, there were 2 in Georgia, Savannah, and Albany, and a couple of others. It was a grim experience. I mean, we changed from high school to first grade, but the little ones, it was easier. They didn't know the difference, They didn't have they hadn't developed any real prejudice. But still, it was scary. Those little children had to go in, but we had the police out there, we had guards standing by. I'd talk to everybody in town to talk to them. Sometimes even the federal judge was ordered me enforced, wouldn't talk to me. He hadn't issued the order because the law compelled it, but he wasn't for it. Judge in Baton Rouge wouldn't meet with me. It's his order. I'm down there to make sure the children don't get hurt before his order. Wouldn't do it. Here she's going back to Snow Hill without money. And she really worked a miracle. She didn't go for straight education this time. She knew the schools were beginning to fail. In Mississippi, in many counties, all the white kids had dropped out of public schools. Public schools were integrated. There were white kids there, but they got into private schools. I think there's a will is a way. And there was a determination in lots of those counties. That's certainly true in Wilcox and others. You were losing the battle for integration. What you're doing is changing the public system into a black school and the private system into a white school with a lot more money to support the education. But what she did was, first she went down there, and I went through this with her a couple of times, and she polled the people around Snow Hill. She said, "What do you think? Will you change the kids? Will you support us? Does it make sense?" And she got it started, but this time it was after school. I don't know how she got that inspiration. Boy, that really did it. The kids would be busted in after school. And they do some real learning in music and the arts and their music. So they had a joyous time, but they also learned a lot more about who they were, what their society was, and how they could change things. And she toughed that out for 23 years, up into her 80s. She's a beautiful woman, beautiful spirit, but she'd never give up. There ought to be snow hills all over the country that bring young folks together to have sessions like these great musicians that we had here. Because music, more than anything I know, really brings out the best in people. You can't the legacy of Consuela Lee and the whole musical Lee family, for that matter, be forgotten. We can have snow hills all through the poor parts of the country where kids can come together and learn the joy of music. And I'll tell you, if you ever bring the band together, you're friends forever. So let's do it. Thank you, Consuela.